What's up? Good morning, you beautiful souls. I hope you guys are having a blessed and awesome day. Or I should say, you will have a blessed and awesome day. I want to go ahead and give you something from a different perspective. Everything in life is about a perspective, how you see the world. And I'm in the gym, and I decided I'm not going to go ahead and actually put on my headphones. I'm just going to work out. I'm just going to observe, see everybody else as who they are, not hiding behind some earphones, not hiding behind from some phone where in between sets you're like checking things, or you're changing your music that you're listening to, or responding to a text message, because you start becoming more aware of how you're showing up in the world. Like when I was observing and I was seeing so many people just they're between sets, they're texting away, and not really being cognizant of who's there. Who's in there in the morning grind? What are they doing? And as well as like being able to give eye contact with each other, like, hey, I see you. And as well as you got this type of thing. Because when you look at the communication that we have these days, majority of our communication is nonverbal. It's how we're showing up. It's how we're using our body language, communicating with our eyes. We tend to forget that. And I think we're losing that right now as a society because we're so singularly focused on ourselves. And I always say there's a reason why they call it a selfie, because they couldn't spell narcissistic. When you remove that layer and just observe people, you're seeing all sizes, all different shapes, all different ages. They're getting the workout in because they're making them feel good. And as well as you see people walking out of the gym with the smiles on their face because they felt good, that they checked something off that they wanted to do, that they're also set a goal and they're achieving that goal. Whereas some individuals were like, oh, it's so tiring, I don't want to get up this early, or I don't want to do that, I'll do it mañana, or I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it another day. We always defeat ourselves in our mind before we defeat ourselves in who we really are. And that's what I wanted to go ahead and really kind of say about, is that we connect, just like right now. I see this, I don't know if it's a couple or whatever it is, I can see them just like in connecting with each other right now. The guy pulls up and the girl gets out of the car and she ends up getting in and starts, she gave him a kiss. And I was like, hey, that's so cool. Maybe they could have been working out together, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. They still have a connection. They still have this, they're still doing things together, etc. It's whatever it is. But I know I'm digressing. And I just wanted to say, you see things from a different perspective. Oh, she blew him a kiss. That's fucking amazing. As she was leaving. But the thing is that it's all about a perspective of how you're seeing the things in the world. If I wasn't like being observant or whatever, I wouldn't have seen that. I wouldn't have seen that interaction. I wouldn't have seen, the love that they have for each other. That's amazing. And when you take away these these earphones, and you take away the phone, things are going to be different in your life. I'm going to go ahead and give you a challenge. Go ahead and do this on a weekend. No phone. Just go ahead and just turn off your phone and just go and have fun. No distractions, just have fun. There's no such thing as this or that. If you need to get directions, if you're going somewhere, just go ahead and write it down on a piece of paper or whatever. If you've been there before, you know the time, you know the location, and just show up. You don't have to have your phone. And you're going to see things differently, because how many times when I in my later years or earlier years, I would go out and I would see people on their phone. They're out at dinner. They're out at a club. They're out, everywhere. They're attached to the phone. I've seen it for all different ages. People are attached to this phone. Get rid of the phone. Do that digital detox, my friends. And the reason why I say that is because you see things from a different perspective. I'm gonna drop a link down below for my latest book. Awaken the Inner Alchemist. And, with that book, you're going to see things in a different perspective too. You're going to see how you're really showing up in this world, how you can be different, how you can be a better communicator, how to be a better in relationships, how to be in better relationship with yourself. That's the most important thing, is that you have to be in a relationship with yourself. Love yourself before you can love others. Love yourself. All love comes from within, doesn't come from anything out external, my friends. You guys have a blessed, you guys have an awesome day. Be about it instead of talking about it. And I always say, namaste.